The view of the mountains in the hazy horizon gives me goosebumps. I pull over, unable to view nature's magnificent specimen through a car window. As the door opens, fresh, uninterrupted breeze hits my lungs and breathes new life into my body. I feel alive. The daily grind behind me is just me, these mountains, and I stand beneath them an equal. Tall, strong, and my heart full of wilderness. I've travelled far, motivated by a burning passion, a creative fire that burns so strong it aches if I do not tend it. When I look at the Earth's landscape, I see a masterpiece. Nature's finest painting. So delicately constructed, beautiful and fragile. Welcome back to another landscape photography video. Apologies, it's been so long. I've moved house and I've moved to Wales, so what better way to start my Welsh journey than Snowdon? So I'm currently at Lake Llanberis, or the town Llanberis, and the lake that I'm currently set up at is Lake Lynn. Pardon. God, I'm trying to remember that. Take two. So I've done some research and I found the Lone Tree, which is near Llanberis in Snowdon. It just sits on Lake Lynpardon, and the exact location I won't completely reveal, but it's quite easy to find. I'm currently shooting a couple of long exposures, and I've gone from a couple of seconds all the way up to 5 minutes, just to get different effects. The reason why I'm filming over here because there's a party over there and I don't want to disturb them and I can be heard, so I thought I'd introduce this video a little bit more sort of peaceful. So let's head over there, talk you through my settings and see how the shots are getting on. So it's not looking like the sky's catching, which is such a shame, but I've gone through and done a couple of long exposures instead. I've gone for like a blue style kind of image because we're in the blue hour now. So the sun's set in that direction behind the mountains, and now I've got this kind of blue hue on the lake, which looks stunning. I'm currently on a 5-minute exposure, lead 10 stop. And I'm not sure if that's going to be a black and white photo or if I'm going to enhance the sort of blue hour style. And then I've taken off the Lee big stopper and I've gone for just a few seconds exposure just to sort of see the difference. What's quite nice now is now that everyone's come off the lake, there's a complete stillness, so the water's barely moving and the reflections of the Snowdon mountain, I don't know what it's called, Mount Snowdon, just looks phenomenal. So it's quite nice to be here, just complete stillness, and everyone's gone. It's really, really nice and peaceful. So I'm going to take my last shot. It's probably going to be the last one of today because I think the sky's pretty much done, and we'll see what adventures we get to tomorrow. Good morning, and it's day 2 in Snowdon. I've come back to the same location in Llanberis in Snowdon, which is one of the lakes here. So last night I tried to get a iconic image of the lone tree at the base of Snowdon, and unfortunately the weather just didn't quite sort of happen. There was lots of low cloud which snuffed out the sky, which is a shame. So from the location that I'm currently at, I did some research and I pinpointed where the sun will rise, where the sun will set, and it was looking yesterday, obviously the sun was setting behind me. There was a little bit of colour in the background, but there was no subject there. It was just very different sort of open water without any mountains. So yeah, all I got was blue hour yesterday. So today I thought I'd see where sun was rising, and it's rising a sort of to the left of my subject, and I was hoping some of the sky would catch. So I had to get up today about 4:30 in order to get to this location. So I'm quite tired, but I did it. I'm up. It's been a while since I've been up for any sunrise photography. I'm in Snowdon, it's stunning, and you really do have to sort of just bite the bullet, get up and get out there. So I plan to see how the sky catches today. It's on the border, it's in between, it could catch or it could not. There's a little bit of gap in there, and I've seen some pink, so we'll see if there's any colour that rises this morning, but if not, at least I'm up and I'm out. So once I've finished here, I'm going to head back, sleep, because I've been up since quite early, and then I'm going to hit the road and try and find my composition for sunset. So this is day 2 in Snowdon, and yeah, I just want to make the most of it. It's a beautiful location. I'd like to get somewhere up high. I don't know how it would work with Snowdon because it's quite a long hike, but it's not far from where I'm staying, so yeah, we'll see where we'll get to. But if I take you over to the camera, talk you through the settings and today's image of the lone tree, and see if it's any better than yesterday. Let me know which one you prefer in the comments below. So there's loads of blue jays which surround the lake, and there's one just up here. Don't know if you can see him. I can certainly hear him. So there's 4 or 5 blue jays that surround the water, so I think that might be my next shot later today once I've had some sleep. So here I am, and all the sky, it just isn't quite catching. But hey, you've got to try. So I'm going to do same again as yesterday. I'm going to do similar sort of settings. Just a few seconds. I'm going to talk you through where I'm currently at. So F11 standard to get that really good depth of field, and I run about 5 seconds. ISO 100 to keep that really low. And as I said yesterday, keeping good separation between the tree and the mountains, and it's blue jay just above there. I'd love to turn you around and see them, but they're in amongst the trees, so it's quite difficult to see. So yeah, that's where I'm currently at. I'm going to play around here and see what kind of I don't know, colours I can get in the sky. Who knows? But yeah, it's looking good. It's quite nice just to be up, being in nature and having this place to myself again. Considering it's one of the most shot locations in Snowdon, there's no one here. So yeah, it's going well so far. sun has risen and it didn't catch, but still lots of nice kind of blues and yellows in the sky. So I've decided to power through. I've changed my composition. Reason being is I've shot this composition yesterday. The conditions aren't that much different. I'll show the image nonetheless, which I think I might have done already. I'm not sure how this edit's gonna go. But talking you through where I am now, I've come further to the water. There's these cool rocks which are in and amongst the water in the lake, and because the water is so still, it just looks sublime. It looks amazing. So I'll show you where I am. Just hop over a rock, just here. So this is my foreground, which I'm doing a focus stack of, my main subject. I'm currently on around 2 seconds, 1 second, f11, ISO 100. I took a few test shots actually with this camera that I'm filming with, just to see what compositions worked, because there's quite a few different rock pools around here, and this one in particular I quite like that there's these little ones here that lead into the subject. So this is why I've chosen this particular spot. Might do a long exposure, just standard Susie, but we'll see how these turn out. But I'll do both just to be safe. So yeah, this is the second image of the day. I stuck around. I'm not gone to bed yet, but bed is cooling. Breakfast is definitely cooling. So yeah, we'll see where we end up later. Thank you for joining me. Tune in to my next video where I climb Mount Snowdon and get some interesting shots at the bottom of a beautiful mountain. Take care, everyone.